Rehearsal time for another episode of New Homes, New Lives, a radio soap opera for Afghanistan. It's a BBC production with funding from the United Nations and the International Committee of the Red Cross, and it's aimed at returning Afghan refugees, people who are thinking of going back after years of exile, and those who never left, and whose lives in Afghanistan have been shattered by war.
The soap opera we're hoping is going to be very entertaining. It's got strong storylines, but it's also got very strong educational messages. And Afghans need education at this time, and they realize that. And they want education, and they're very enthusiastic about getting education. And I think the only way they can get education nowadays is through the radio, because it's the only thing they have, really.
New Homes, New Lives is being produced and recorded in both of Afghanistan's official languages of Pashto and a form of Persian known as Dari in a Radio Pakistan studio in Peshawar. The cast is a mixed bag of people who've acted before and newcomers to drama, like this young boy who's contributing a few coughs to an episode about infant health care. Such messages may seem a little dry, but those taking part in the soap say it'll be overwhelmingly popular.
It's not a dry subject because what we're really doing is mixing many storylines. And okay, some of them have educational messages or health messages, but those don't have to be uninteresting. We've looked at them in ways of making them exciting. If somebody's got pneumonia, a child is close to death. That's really a very dramatic moment. Even in looking at malaria, we've got a moment where there's a confrontation between the villagers who want the headman of the village, the Khan, to drain a pond, and he won't do it. So there's drama there.
The elaborate storylines for New Homes, New Lives are worked out in writers' meetings, each plot roughed out by an individual, then collectively hammered into the overall story. The soap is about a fictitious village near Kabul, and it centers on a returned refugee family whose land has been taken over by a local landlord to grow opium poppies. But going back to Afghanistan isn't on the cards for many Afghan refugees at the moment, thanks to the renewed violence in their capital city and elsewhere. Only a handful are leaving Pakistan these days, and then only for peaceful areas of their country. The latest fighting in Afghanistan broke out just a few months before New Homes, New Lives was due to go on the air. The bloodshed in Kabul and elsewhere has set back international and local efforts to rebuild Afghanistan. But the soap opera, with its message of hope, even cautious optimism, is going ahead. Sometimes it seems that hope is all Afghanistan has left. Daniel Lack, BBC News, Peshawar.